Good morning. This is Ron Kaplan from the New England Restaurant Expose. I'm coming to you live. We're the New England Restaurant Expose, and we're sponsored by Sports Fan Based Network of Rhode Island. And we have a very special guest today, and our guest is Elisa and Jeff from New England Country Mart. New England Country Mart is an amazing story. They started in COVID about 10 months ago. And Jeff is going to go ahead and tell us about his family story.
Good morning, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Morning, Jeff. Morning, Elisa.
Morning.
So my family started in the wholesale produce business 4 generations ago. My great-great-grandfather came over from Russia, started a produce business in Boston. At the time, the New England Produce Center was in Faneuil Hall Marketplace. And since that business evolved, 3 generations later, my dad took control of the business, which is in Chelsea, Mass. And since then, I've been partnering with him, and we have a wholesale produce distribution business, JW Lopes, based in Chelsea. We go all over New England, servicing some of the best hotels, restaurants, institutions, white tablecloth, prison business, you name it. 10 months ago, COVID hit. We quickly pivoted to a direct-to-consumer online marketplace, which is called New England Country Mart, and here we are.
Wow, that's amazing. Who does the marketing? My wife actually found you on Instagram last week, and we hooked up very quickly and put a show together. But who does all the marketing? Do a great job on Facebook and Instagram.
Thank you. It's a small team of myself and one other woman who is just really savvy with social media, and Jeff's cousin, also Rob, helps us with all of our Facebook and Instagram advertising as well. So it's a small but mighty team of 3 of us, and we divide and conquer, using all of our great content from our customers, from our products that we carry, from meats to fish to dairy, and snacks and everything in between. Lots of specials on deck for the holidays. So we're so glad you found us on social media. It's been a labor of love and really exciting to develop the content that we have for you guys.
So tell me, in 10 months, how's it going?
We feel like this business has a lot of growth, and it's been great. I mean, we started 10 months ago selling a $75 box of produce, and that's morphed into over 800 SKUs, anything from Japanese A5 Wagyu beef to fresh fish to fresh pasta to the most seasonal fruits and vegetables to spices, you name it. New England Country Mart is, in my opinion, the best specialty grocer in New England. Whether you're going to a store or getting it delivered, look no further. I mean, you're looking for something special, we got it for you.
Well, I was looking a lot at your website all week, and you have a large variety of products, basically soup to nuts. And my wife said, well, they don't have dog food, but then you corrected us, and you have dog treats. So that's good. That's good. We're all pet-friendly people.
Ron, I think it's important to mention that all of our partnerships are local partnerships. So with our business, it's important to us to build our community, the kind of food ecosystem in New England. So our vendors are all local companies, and we buy as much local product as possible.
Now, how many trucks you have on the road for the mart?
So the mart's running about 6 routes a day. We go everywhere within 495 down to the Cape and Rhode Island.
Okay. And how many employees? You must have quite a few employees to put all this together.
As Alyssa mentioned, we have our management team is 4 to 5 people, and we have about 30 employees who are packing the orders and drivers who are delivering the product.
And is your dad still active in the business?
My dad's very active. He's the owner of the business. He works very hard to kind of do whatever we need him to do, from driving a truck to putting up orders, picking up orders, to you name it. He's a jack of all trades.
And what have been some of your biggest challenges during COVID?
Biggest challenges, I'd say, have just been scaling the business, being able to kind of do one thing at a time, not look too far ahead, but try to provide all the necessities that our customers have needed. So like I mentioned, when we first started with the produce box, then it became produce and fish, then produce and meat, then produce and pasta. And, every step, it's kind of been a baby step along the way to get to where we are now.
And the driver leaves the box right on the front steps?
Yep. So we have a technology-based system that you'll get an email when you place your order, which lets you know when your order will be there within an hour and a half the following day. And when your order arrives, you get a text notification that your order is sitting on your doorstep.
And was the summer, this being a very hot summer, was that a big challenge with the heat?
So we've invested a lot of money in our packaging, and we have liners in each box. So, the orders are packed in a box with a liner. And within the liner, if you order a piece of frozen fish or frozen prepared foods, there's a separate liner with an ice pack. So in the summer, I don't suggest leaving the box out for a couple hours, but half an hour, 45 minutes, I don't see any issue. All our trucks are refrigerated. We follow the same HACCP procedures that we use at our wholesale produce business, so the cold chain's never broken. What's unique about our grocery store is that the products are actually stored at a climate that they're supposed to be stored at. So for example, our berries are stored at 37 degrees. Our bananas are stored at 64 degrees. Whereas if you just go into a supermarket, you see a huge stack of berries sitting right when you walk in the store at room temperature, maybe under a heater, or, same thing with bananas, or, so we're really set up to be an online grocery shop where the guys are just picking orders as they would be a wholesale order.
Being in the food distribution business for so many years, in just 10 months to put together all those products and create all the relationships and partnerships with the vendors, was that a person you brought on to do that? Did you folks do it, or how did that come to be?
Yeah, so being in this business for the past 20 years, I've made a lot of connections, and when we chose our partners who we wanted to partner with, we went for the best. So my buddy Antonio at Lily's Pasta. Listen, I'm not sure your viewers know the secret, but most restaurants buy their pasta, fresh pasta, from Lily's Pasta in Everett. And, so I hooked up with him. So the quality of product you're getting, it's a superior product. It's not, the same stuff that you get at the supermarket.
Mm.
When we looked at meat, we looked at Savinor's and Keneally. Savinor's just won the Food and Wine top butcher in the country. Keneally's synonymous with the best hotels and restaurants in Boston. And they've actually kind of helped us develop our program to be able to pack everything in 1 pound increments, or, whatever size steak we want to sell. It's all grab and go. So, if you're ordering a sirloin, you're ordering a 12-ounce sirloin, an 8-ounce filet. We got their proprietary Back Bay burger on our site, which is, the best of Boston burger winner year after year. So they've been a great partner as well to help us develop our program.
And a lot of other small local partners came about from our customers reaching out and saying that, if we carried fill in the blank, we could do all of our grocery shopping with New England Country Mart. And we aim to please. We're looking to make sure that our customers get what they need in a safe and contact-free way, while also leveraging all of our local relationships and building up other small businesses in New England. So I think that, with all our smaller companies, that was a lot of, outreach and, figuring out what products would work best for our customers, whether it's gluten-free multi-grain bread. We just brought on board, it's a local bakery in Salem. So, we're looking for, not just products, we're looking for products that are made locally that, check off all the boxes for our customers, but also support the local, the local businesses that are right in our backyard.
That's great.
It's also important to mention that the quality of products is we just don't put on anything on the side. We'll taste test 10 to 12 products before we go with product A. we tested 24 different kinds of local tortilla chips before we chose Montecito Roadhouse in Portland, Maine. It's important to us to have the best product that we can have on the site.
Well, when you get the popularity and people see all the fine names of your suppliers and they're local and they're going to seek you out. I'm sure they are already seeking you out. So with that being said, we're going to take a 30-second commercial break. This is the New England Food Network and sponsored by Sports Fan Base Network, Rhode Island. And we'll be right back. We're back, and look who snuck in. My wife, Kim.
Hi, guys. I'm so thrilled to be doing this show with you today. I Googled, basket deliveries because I wanted to send a basket to a doctor friend of ours, and your company came across my Instagram feed, and for a week now, boy, what a great feed! The stories are fantastic. So it just feels like family. It feels like family owned. It feels like community. So great job. What I do want to ask is, I very much want to know about how the sausage is made, right? Like quite literally in this case. So I'm in Rhode Island. I can deliver up until Wednesday at noontime, right? Order. I can order from New England Country Mart until Wednesday at noontime.
But did you read? Extended this week to 2:00, correct, for the holiday?
Holiday.
Great. So tell me what happens behind the scenes during, from Wednesday at noontime, I've placed my order. What happens to the truck? I want fish. I want a prime rib. All of this is on my order. What happens behind the scenes at your shop?
Yes, that's so interesting. And one of the things that I talked to Ron about earlier was that what's so unique about online grocery is, you could be sitting on your computer today or tomorrow ordering for Thursday. Say you wanted a couple pounds of fresh flounder or local black bass. Those products haven't even entered our warehouse yet. We're picking those up Wednesday morning down at the fish pier. Your order comes in Wednesday, comes through our system. We print them out. Our order packers are packing them through the day and filling in the product as new product comes in. And there's so many examples of that. Town to Table Greens, which is a local greenhouse in Boston. So every day they're delivering, hundreds of units of lettuce for us. And the lettuce that you're ordering physically isn't even in our warehouse yet. That's how fresh it is. And that's really the biggest difference that you're going to get between us and, your Amazon delivery or even going to a big box store. I mean, the uniqueness of our products, the freshness of our products, we give $20 off our first order just because we want people to try our service. And, kind of once you come on, you never go back.
And do you your repeat business is quite good then?
Very strong.
Good.
I love the packaging. Ron and I joked last week. We got takeout, and we said, "Hey, what a great time to be in the box business." Your packaging is fantastic as well. I also saw that on Instagram. And it's a really nice logo. The logo is fantastic. I love your t-shirt.
Story about our logo. I don't know if you want us to get into this, but Alyssa will tell you because it's pretty.
So, we want to hear it.
a friend of ours was also starting a business in COVID as well, not in the food industry. It was a tutoring service because, you know, all of our kids were missing out on a lot of school over the last many months. And so he developed a new logo through a company called 99 Designs. And it is a global, it's a how would you describe it? It's a global, it basically
it's a global network of graphic designers who you kind of tell them what they want, and you have, you know, people in Russia, Germany, Finland, wherever, all over the world, who you kind of vet these different proposals.
So it's a contest for them, and so everybody's really eager to submit something that you'll love. And so there's this dialogue that you can have electronically. If a logo piques your interest, you can say, oh, I like the sun rays, but I don't like the way this looks, and I don't love the font, and the colors aren't right, and they'll change it really quickly for you.
So that's how we got the logo. Well, let's stick to food, Ron. Let's
Talk to me about the homemade items that you have there. I see some kits ready to go. I see a sushi kit. I see chicken pot pie. Talk to me about who makes this, who's the chef, and how that happens.
So we have a culinary director. His name's Justin, and he was actually a salesman at my wholesale firm. And as kind of business kind of tailed off, he was formerly a chef and kind of got back into this culinary role for us. So we rented out a kitchen space 3 months ago with the idea that we're going to have one really, really great meal a week. And that's what we call our family meal. So last week it was chili braised short ribs. Looks like the picture is bolognese with a Caesar salad. Really high quality ingredients. Those are fresh pasta. We use the best ground meat. So that's kind of the star of the show. And then along with that, we wanted to make frozen items that are really, really high quality. So whatever we do at the Country Mart, we buy the best ingredients we can find. The same ingredients that we're going to sell on the site is the ingredients we're cooking with. So we have, you know, eggplant parms, chicken parms, pot pies. We put a Philly cheesesteak pot pie on this week, kind of chef's twist on a chicken pot pie. It was unbelievable. Lobster pot pie.
Lobster mac and cheese.
Lobster mac and cheese. All these items that really freeze well and are really, really simple and easy for the client to just pull out of the freezer and heat them up that night for dinner. Great price points, really high quality food. So we're kind of really developing that frozen side of things, as well as, you know, we have weekly kits. This week we had a lamb slider kit, which was really successful. We have a sushi kit that we've actually had two separate ones, kind of a simple one, and then something a little more sophisticated. Taco kits. We're trying to make it fun, make it easy. We feel like
how's the sushi kit work?
Sushi kit's great. So we've partnered with Red's Best, and they have what they call saku blocks, which they are the highest quality pieces of fish that they have, and they cut into square blocks and freeze at minus 180 degrees. And that's what makes them sushi ready. So we'll take 3 or 4 different types of fish that they offer, and we'll curate a box based on what's available, what fresh fish is available. So for example, in this week's box, you know, Red's Best had fresh tuna loin. So we did a take on spicy tuna with a spicy mayo, some panko breadcrumbs. We have a Philly roll, so we have fresh cream cheese from Barry's Deli with that partners up really well with Red's Best salmon. And, you know, so we kind of work the seasonal ingredients, work what's best, and then put it all together.
Local fresh, what he gets off the boats.
Yeah, it includes the rice and the chopsticks and the seaweed sheets and the ginger and the wasabi and the soy sauce. So you don't have to look any further than the sushi kit for everything that you need to make this rolls or your rolls. So it's been great. We've been getting a lot of awesome photos from our customers who are sending us images from their sushi nights with their families. It's been a great activity for them. So.
And it's really high quality sushi too. I mean, I was surprised myself that I don't think I'm going back to a sushi restaurant. The fish is great. I feel great afterwards. It's really, really high quality stuff.
Have you mastered making the rice?
I leave that to Alyssa, but she's really good at that.
Good, good. Now, this is how all the product gets there. These are your refrigerated vans.
We have a fleet of Sprinters. They're all refrigerated. Like I mentioned before, all the trucks are refrigerated. Our warehouse is refrigerated. The cold chain's never broken. Just kind of what you'd expect at a kind of on the wholesale side, what institutions expect. We bring those same safety procedures to our retail department. And with that said, too, all our delivery drivers are masked. We follow all the COVID protocols. This, in my opinion, is probably the safest way to get your groceries.
Let me ask you a question. So you get the idea on COVID, the restaurants shut down, your produce business is basically not running. And from startup to delivering your first boxes, how long?
Oh, it was like within 24, 48 hours, we started delivering produce boxes. I mean, we sent an email to all of our closest friends, family, just letting them know that, basically what you said, the restaurants are closing. We're trying to figure out a way through this, and we're doing it at the time through a fresh box of produce that we'll curate for you. At the time, no add-ons, no fish, no meat, no pasta, no nothing. And we had probably about 50 to 70 people in the first week of, just our friends, just people who are spreading the word for us. And then, we were using the JW Lopes ordering platform, which wasn't for the faint of heart. It definitely had its glitches. But we got through it. We were figuring out Venmo and how to accept payment for things. I mean, this was a new service, new clients, new customers that, we never serviced homes before. So, so it really quite literally happened overnight, to answer your question. It's kind of mind boggling to look back on it now.
So our viewers should know there is no store. It's all online. Any plans for a store in the future?
I don't think so. I mean, I think one of our biggest selling points is we're set up to distribute groceries, not for people to come and touch the product and put it back on the shelf. I mean, it's so unique when you think about it. You just think about an apple at a supermarket, right? So you go into the market, you want a Granny Smith apple, you pick it up, it says a little bruise on it, let me put it back. I'll take this one, but you don't know who touched that before you. Then there's somebody coming after you to touch the one that you touched. It's sitting room temperature, where our stuff is sitting at 38 degrees. So, I mean, I think that's the real advantage of having this distribution facility juxtaposed to kind of your brick and mortar.
So I'm a procrastinator, and I haven't finished all of my Christmas shopping. What can New England Country Mart help me with?
So just right out of the gate, we have gift cards that you can purchase for immediate delivery to anyone of your choosing. If they have an email address, they will receive it. This photo you're seeing is a beautiful bounty of all of smattering of products that we carry: Jaju pierogies, Samira's hummus, Barry's cream cheese, Vermont Smoke and Cure meat sticks, the Catalyst kombucha, which is made locally, OMG bagels, which are to die for, and of course all of our fresh produce. But with this said, you can send a curated box of all of your favorite things. I had someone call me, someone's mom in Texas, who found out about our company and wanted to send her son a big box of curated meat because he loves meat. So we got the pork chops and the sirloin and all the different things that she wanted. And we put a box together for him, and she sent it as a gift and told me a note that she wanted to include with her box delivery. So you can send a box, gift a box to a friend of all of your favorite things, or all of the things that you think they would enjoy, whether it's prepared foods or cheeses and charcuterie. And then we have these holiday baskets, which are really exciting and really just kind of bring together some of the really awesome local brands that we carry. So we have Pops Up popcorn and home free cookies and chocolate covered pretzels, chocolate covered raisins. We have caramel popcorn and thank you popcorn. It's peppermint bark popcorn. So we have one that's sweets, one that's just for the snacker in your life. We have a charcuterie kit available for whether you're entertaining in your micro holiday celebration, or you just love charcuterie and you want to have it at your table in advance of a holiday meal. And then we have a kit for someone who's like a health nut. So we have like dried fruits and raw nuts and a really amazing almond butter made by Becca's Bang and Almond Butter that's local. She's amazing and has a new cereal bar that we're looking forward to trying soon. But those are really great and can be delivered from now until December 31st. And we are really enjoying the creative side of putting these baskets together and putting together, like I said, a lot of our local brands that you can't find in most grocery stores.
And what do we got here?
Ooh.
That's favorite. That's the Tomahawk Ribeye from Keneally. I mean, that's a real showstopper. That's personally my favorite piece of meat. You can always get that by pre-order from us, but we usually have that on the site in the summer. That's kind of much more a grill item. It's something we feature this time of year. But the quality of the meat is really unbelievable. I mean, stuff comes in every day, goes out every day, and really, really high quality products. Same stuff you'd expect to get at a steakhouse in Boston.
So you stock that right on hand. So is Jeff sneaking out to the cooler sometimes, grabbing one and putting it on the grill?
My freezer downstairs. I got a little nervous over the summer, so I put 10 to 12 of them in the freezer. And I'll tell you a little trick that I do, Ron, is my favorite item at the whole Country Mart is Regalis Foods, which is a specialty food importer based out of New York City. They have a homemade truffle butter. And I grill up that steak, and then I put an ice cream scoop of the truffle butter on top.
Is the truffle butter for sale on the website?
It's actually on sale this week. You get 1 pound for $9.99. Honestly, I'm losing money on it, but I want people to try it. It is really my favorite item on.
It is Jeff's pick week after week, so don't miss it.
Let's give a shout out to Antonio and Mama Lily.
Yeah, so I mean,
those pastas.
What awesome products. I mean, I think their feature are their raviolis, which are all homemade. I mean, Mama Lily's been perfecting these recipes for 70 years, carried on by her son Antonio. You talk lobster raviolis. I mean, this is 100% lobster meat. This isn't, kind of the Mickey Mouse stuff that you get in the market with fillers. I mean, this stuff's
notch
stuff. I mean, in all the pastas, ossobuco ravioli, short rib ravioli. We have a vegan ravioli on the site. In the fall, we have a butternut squash and pumpkin ravioli, porcini mushroom, plus all their fresh pastas. I mean, such a difference between, fresh fusilli and, your dry pasta you'd buy in the market.
So this guy, I've known him for a long time, Jared. He's a staple in the industry, a pioneer. He's come up with quite a program for you guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jeff.
Jared's business partner of ours and also just a great friend. And he's been very supportive of our business from the beginning. And we offer both fresh and frozen fish from Red's Best. So we have 4 or 5 items we always have frozen, which are Gulf of Maine salmon. So the biggest difference between our salmon and what you buy in the market is this salmon's from the Gulf of Maine, right? So most of the salmon you buy in the market, the farm-raised salmon, comes from Chile or Norway. I mean, this stuff right in Maine. I mean, it's unbelievable. You can taste the difference. Haddock, shrimp, scallops, breaded haddock, you name it. So there's 7 to 8 frozen items we always have on the site. And then we rotate 3 or 4 fresh items each week based on availability. So we'll reach out to them. Hey, what's great this week? We have flounder, black bass, whatever it is. Buy that, pick it up every day at the fish market. And that goes, on the site. And every day we have new arrivals coming in.
Being a seafood buyer for the past 25 years, I could tell people out there that some frozen seafood is as good or better than fresh seafood because of the short shelf life on fresh seafood. And Jared does a wonderful job. He fresh fish, and he does a great job.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important to note too, the technology that he uses over there is kind of a superior technology to what most, you know.
Yeah, his boxes come with the QR code.
Yeah, so the cool thing about, you know, you'll get a piece of fish from us, and it will have a QR code that you can scan and be like, oh, that came off so-and-so ship off of Chatham Harbor.
And you meet your fisherman. It
Meet
says the fisherman
right
who caught it.
Every
it's really
time.
nice.
When it's caught, who caught it, what boat it was, and, you know, you match that up, and you're like, oh, wow, this was caught 2 days ago by so-and-so. And, you know, you're really supporting the New England food ecosystem, which I really like to talk about because, you know, you're helping along the way. You're helping those fishermen. You're helping the people at Red's Best. You're helping us. So, you know, you really just kind of hit 3 local businesses along the way.
Great. We're going to take one. Go ahead.
Along the lines of all of, you know, the fresh meat, the fresh fish, the fresh pasta, all those great things. We do have a weekly newsletters that we send out that highlight all of the fresh offerings week to week. So you can sign up for our newsletter on our website, www.newenglandcountrymart.com, and you'll get a pop-up right away if you haven't visited our site before to fill in your email address, and you'll get all of our newest promotions and products and all the fresh items that are coming in every week, sometimes daily. So we send those out a couple times a week, so you're always in the know. And we have a What's New tab on our website where you can always see what's come in and what's fresh and what's new to the Country Mart. So just letting you all know that.
I can tell you that I'm going to dip out after this commercial, but I just want to say we are customers for life. You that family feel, you can feel it through the website. And so I'm so glad Ron has a passion for food. And he really just wants to help out right now. So thank you for coming on the show. And it was just so fantastic to meet you guys. We wish you the best of luck. Merry Christmas.
All right, so we got some more to go. We're going to take another 30-second commercial. This is the New England Restaurant Expose, sponsored by Sports Fan Base Network, RI.com. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back with Alyssa and Jeff from New England Country Mart. It's a new startup business. They started during COVID, and we're talking about everything they do. And I have a question. So you mentioned, Jeff, about, you know, going into the supermarket and somebody touching an apple and then touching something else and this and that. I noticed on your website you have a whole write-up about food safety and washing vegetables and doing other things. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I mean, so just taking a step back, being a wholesale produce business, we get audited once a year by federal and state agencies. We follow HACCP protocols, which is basically just kind of a outline of what we do to make sure that all the product coming in and going out is safe to eat. And I think that's kind of unique in the grocery space. I don't think most grocery companies are taking those extra steps to ensure the safety of their products. So yeah, I mean, I think that's a huge advantage for us.
You do anything with dairy?
Yep, we have a full line of dairy. We sell Stonyfield organic milk. We buy some unique specialty products from Thatcher Farm in Milton, Mass. Right now, seasonally, we're carrying their eggnog as well as their chocolate milk, which is world famous. You know, people say that the chocolate milk tastes like a chocolate milkshake. Full line of cheese. Our specialty cheese department, very well curated. We had a consultant come on and we put up 30 to 40 cheeses, as much local as we can. But, there's some situations like you want a Manchego or you want a Parmesan where, we're getting from Spain or Italy, you name it. So it's really a well curated, thought out section. And then we have a whole division from Cabot, another local company based in Vermont. So your shredded mozzarella, shredded cheddar, sliced cheeses, your commodity-based cheeses, all come locally from Vermont as well.
And we have a non-dairy section as well with oat milk, almond milk, the alternatives as well. And those are all local-based companies, Nutty Life in Vermont and Nectar and Green based in Boston with their almond milk. It's so we're trying to cater to everybody's dietary needs and some restrictions, and so we are, for those things, try to source those products as locally as possible. And we're able to.
It's amazing being a buyer to put together so much stuff in a short period of time with no food shows because of COVID. It's amazing that tell me, what have you done, in your personal life for the last 10 months? Just a labor of love and just been working on this. And
I mean, luckily there's not a whole lot to do other than
True.
Work and spend time with your family. And that's kind of what we've been doing is been going to work and coming home, working some more and spending time with our 2 daughters. And that's really
yeah, there's no social life. There's no, we're not going out to restaurants the way we did before. So it's just been, kind of a ripe time to build this business and develop this service.
Crazy times.
Crazy times.
But let's dive into the delivery. Let's get a little more specific now.
Yep. So we deliver within 495, 6 days a week. We go down to the Cape in the winter, 1 day a week on Fridays, and had been going to the Cape 3 days a week during the summer. And we go to Rhode Island right now on Thursdays, 1 day a week.
And I noticed you can go on the site and see all the different towns and that you deliver in Rhode Island.
Yeah, so you can we have a zip code lookup, so you can type in your zip code, and if it comes up, that means we deliver to your area. So we've expanded Rhode Island pretty considerably. It's not the entirety of Rhode Island, but in the last 2 weeks, we expanded it even further. And,
we actually look at Rhode Island as a market that we'd really like to expand on, in the coming months, getting into the summer. What happened originally is we had a lot of local customers in the greater Boston area who go down to Rhode Island for the summer, and we cater to them, and that's kind of morphed into something a little bigger than that. But we could see ourselves growing into a 2 to 3 day a week delivery service down in Rhode Island in the coming months.
So give us some breaking news. You got the commissary going. What's the new product coming out?
So our big news, and listen, Ron, you're going to be the first to know this, but we're working on a same-day delivery concept coming January 1. We haven't announced it to our customers. We're working on it internally, really just kind of from a technology perspective right now and how we're going to do that on the site. But we feel like that's going to make us even more competitive in the market, kind of put us on the same playing field as Instacart, Amazon, same-day service. So we're really looking forward to that and the challenges that's going to bring and the business that hopefully that brings us.
That's great. That's great. And how about breaking any new food items, homemade, private label?
Yeah. So, I mean, I think this week our focus is on Christmas and New Year's. We had a great pre-order program. We had Japanese A5 Wagyu come in. We have Massachusetts lobsters coming in this week, oysters, tenderloin roast, you name it. Really, really classy stuff.
Caviar,
truffles. The people who have been ordering on our site aren't going to go hungry. I can tell you that. They're going to have a really, really nice Christmas and New Year's with the high quality products that we're providing.
We also partnered with Quebrada, the baking company. It's a local bakery in our area, and all of our pies and breakfast breads and things that were available for pre-order come from them. We also worked with them over Thanksgiving for pecan, pumpkin, and apple pies. So again, another local partnership that we just want to highlight as we get into our holiday celebrations in the next few weeks.
And is your goal to go into more private label items?
Yeah, I mean, we do want to grow our kitchen considerably. But I think it's important to know too that if there's something that we don't think we can do to be the best, then we'll find a local partner like Quebrada. We're not going to make great pies right now, so we found the best local baker we could find to make the pies for us. But I do think that the kitchen over time probably has a huge growth potential. Getting into, it seems like there's a big trend in kits and, just prepared foods in general. And I think that will continue to grow, but, it will take us some time to get to where we want it to be.
Good. So wrapping up, what else you want to tell us? How do we get a hold of you?
So to get a hold of me, the customer service extraordinaire, info@newenglandcountrymart.com for any questions that you have, any inquiries about products, service area, anything in between, holiday baskets, whatever it is. You can always reach us. We are, that email address is open 24/7. Our website, as I mentioned, is newenglandcountrymart.com. Also open 24/7, and place your order Monday through Saturday for the Greater Boston deliveries. The next 2 weeks, the Cape deliveries will be on Tuesdays because the holidays fall on a Friday, which is the Cape Cod delivery day. And Rhode Island will be there on Thursday the next 2 weeks to deliver all of your holiday groceries. We would love to be a part of your holiday celebrations through all the foodie ingredients that you need. We also have all these last-minute gifts. We have an incredible sushi knife. That's
Japanese-made sushi knife. We have some great gifts on the site too. We have a variety pack from Alex's Hot Sauce, which is another local company. Duxbury Sea Salt. We have a nice salt packet.
It's a glass jar with a wooden spoon. It's beautifully packaged to present as a gift to anyone of your choosing, stocking stuffer, anything in between. And then, like I said, we're always open and willing to take feedback, and we'd love to see you all soon and have you experience New England Country Mart and this business that we've developed, from our family to yours, truly.
So you have a whole line of spices.
Oh yeah, we have we do have a whole line of spices, both fresh and dry.
Very good. Now, is all this run out of the Lopes building, in Chelsea?
Yeah.
Very good.
That's a good amount of money kind of on the infrastructure and kind of changing up, how we do things in the building. But we're lucky that we have about 15,000 square feet of refrigerated space that we're able to kind of turn some of it. I mean, we're still operating our wholesale business, which we're hoping, in a couple months we start to get busy with too.
Right. And you want to give a shout out there? Are you hiring drivers, packers?
Yeah, anyone looking for a job, feel free to email me, info@newenglandcountrymart, and we'll take a look. We're always looking to hire drivers and packers, and we take a lot of pride in our employees and how we treat them, and we'd love anyone to be part of the team.
So this is Alyssa and Jeff from New England Country Mart. They're a home delivery service out of Chelsea, Mass. No store, internet only. Go take a look at their website. Extensive amount of items. Anything you can get at the major market, you can get on their site. Anything you need to cook at home. It's a great website. They do a great job marketing. And we were very happy to have them today on the New England Restaurant Expose, sponsored by Sports Fan Base Network of Rhode Island. My name is Ron Kaplan. We do this show every Sunday live at 11 o'clock. And we're here to help local restaurants, food people, people like New England Country Mart. So keep us in mind and have a great weekend. And guys, have a busy week. And really pleasure having you on.
Thanks so much, Ron.
Thanks, Ron.
And good luck in the future.
Forward to meeting in person soon.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Bye-bye now. Ciao,
Bye.
Bella.